Welcome to TradeTheNBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 19th of December. A happy birthday to my little Grace. Turned a big 13, teenager now. Despite that, we had a lot of interesting things happen the other day. We didn't miss a whole lot during my absence in Rome, but we had the big impeachment vote, and you can see the market's reaction, which would, I guess, describe kind of no reaction. We've had a continued rising shakeout. We finally reached an equilibrium here with the DOC cyan and everything sort of neutralized here, meaning that the forces have sort of stabilized, but we have a complete reset of steel. So impending doom doesn't really look to be the case. That EBM yellow, though, providing us a nice range right up there, all the way up at the 31 mid-80 range. So it makes it very easy. Stay above targets, we'll be above that, and continue along. I think the biggest news of all of it would be if we look at our 50K, the NBI Opus T from its entries back at the 3140 range here, while we're up at almost 32. And I think if we look at that performance report, that's just pretty amazing stuff. Periodic return situation. Of course, we don't know exactly where this final trade will end, but certainly going to put us in record territory, not only just from all-time highs, but net gains as well. I mean, it's a phenomenal year even for the various turmoil that's taken place throughout politically and everything. So this has been just super spectacular. Here's the current stop that the market is, well, at least the Opus T, PowerMode Opus T2 is working off of right there. You can see this X2s because we're in a secondary pivot here for the market going up from a daily standpoint. That 50K started to show a little flattening out. NQ, much stronger. You can see the sign still well below red and actually pivoting away for a more bullish viewpoint despite steel still falling. The euro maintaining its elevated state but not really breaking much out of the range, simply because despite the euphoria of Johnson's win in the UK, there's still a lot of headwinds for the EU from a economic standpoint. And oil being up at the peak, this again bodes well for overall growth, because without demand for oil, you would have a major plummet, which would indicate weakness in broader economic structure, and we're not seeing that. Not to mention, you're not seeing a float in gold. You would think that with the political turmoil that would spike, or there would be some interest, but you get the massive liquidity the Fed is offering during this rollover period. And look, this is roughly 2 days here of the ES while I was away, and literally it's just a flat line going across. So is my timing just right or fortunate? I think that we can just see from where things are at that we're, pretty close to record highs for the markets and that, and they're signaling that things are fairly decent overall. And in this kind of mix, we've had just a little bit of shrinkage and volatility. And I think that's probably going to remain the case until probably after Christmas, as we get towards the year-end trade is really then going to be much more interesting as the repositioning and everything. But with the massive liquidity the Fed is offering, we may not see the sell in securities that you might need to, the big issue was the tax payments and things that had to take place on Wednesday and stuff like that seemingly didn't cause the major disruption because of that huge liquidity that was available. I know from a daily chart standpoint, I don't have the pink bars on, but we were running off the Starhawk that bought just above this 3170 range. So a little bit over 32, and that will sell out and take that gain as well. So all good stuff in general. Nothing unique that required anything special. Every time we ended up with a clear DOC sell, we came back to basic support ranges. and then just kind of muddled through. So can't really object to anything, and there's nothing unique that needs special attention at this particular point. But as always, if there's something pops up, I will certainly put it up on the charts, and we'll be able to talk about it. And clearly the market's going to let us know in advance of anything special. As always, though, trade well. We'll talk again later.